What's up YouTube? It is Alyssa NM, and in this video I'm gonna be telling you the pros and cons of living in Oklahoma. So first off, the pros. As people know, it's a pretty cheap state, and depending on what city you live in, it's relatively cheap. Like, I currently live in Oklahoma City with my husband, and it's a little, I'm not gonna say it's pricey, but with me being a stay-at-home wife, it is a little much. But um, it is what it is. And for groceries, it also really depends on where you shop, because we occasionally shop at like Walmart, Target, pay $100, and sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. It really depends on what we get. And then we go to Whole Foods every now and again. I mean, the drink I have right here is from Whole Foods. And my first time there, I spent $60. The second time I was there, I spent $100. And hi Lola, while you don't always get as much, I know I get better quality of food. And this is not me bragging, oh, I'm better. I'm not. I'm not better by any means. But I'm just saying that with the current situation that me and my husband are in, we occasionally go to Whole Foods. We're able to get a few things. If you see running in back, Lola, we're occasionally able to, and it's pretty good quality stuff, I'm not gonna lie. So, and it's not actually as pricey as people think. Plus, my husband has an Amazon Prime account, so we could get discounts. So, if you play your cards right, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, either way, sorry about the rant. It's better quality stuff. I mean, I didn't think I'd like this, but it's actually really good. This is my third one since I found it. And plus, we found some really good candy and some pretzels. Hi, Lola. That are honestly, hi, better for you. Because, well, hi. There's no, like, artificial colors. And all the coloring comes from, like, natural sources, like turmeric and all. So I am not complaining. I will admit at first when I had it, the sweets, it did take a little getting used to. Like, the first taste is just like, oh, that's weird. But that's because I've never had something that didn't have red 40, yellow 5, blue 2, stuff like that. But now that I've actually had it and tried it, M&M's is my all-time favorite candy, but I prefer what we get at Whole Foods, the unsweetened, well, not unsweetened, it's still sweet, but the one with no artificial colors. It's really good. And another pro is that I'm not gonna say Oklahoma is a small state. It's medium sized, it's decently big, but sometimes, I guess, depending on where you live, because again, I live in Oklahoma City, but I used to live in Edmond. I see people from high school that I haven't seen in years a lot. And for me, it's just awesome. Lola! Sorry. But yeah, it's not like small, but you find a way to meet people or see people you haven't in years. So those are two pros. Another pro about Oklahoma is while there isn't a lot to do that's sadly gone, there are some things that are pretty fun. Like for my friend and her boyfriend's birthday was last month, and for his birthday we went to an escape room. That was fun. Like, there are breakout rooms, there are escape rooms, and they're fun. Like, yeah, you can find cooler ones outside of Oklahoma, but for Oklahoma, the ones we have are actually really fun, and I would do them again. Like, that was the third one I've beaten. And it was fun. And sadly, where there are pros, there are cons. One of the cons of Oklahoma is, and I'm sure everyone knows this, education and healthcare. Yeah, they're bad. I was gonna say they're not terrible, but they're bad. Like, we're ranked 50th or near dead last for healthcare education. And I can testify to that because a lot of the stuff that I know now, I actually did not learn in school. I learned outside of school. I learned on my own. Lola! Lola! But yeah, it's not saying Oklahoma's the worst state. It's just not at all good in those areas. So if you want to learn something and you live in Oklahoma, you have to do it on your own and not listen to. I'm not saying don't listen to school because it does teach you a few things, but I don't know how to do certain things, yet I still remember the quadratic formula from high school, which is sad because I've never had to use it. That's reality. And I don't even remember anything I learned in college. Like, that's the reality. Like, obviously, if you want to go into certain fields, college is really good. But I'm a stay-at-home wife. I don't need college. And the college education I did receive, I don't remember and I don't really use. Like, that's just the reality. And while there are more pros and more cons, the biggest con I have about Oklahoma is the weather. It is so flip-floppy. Like, I was packing a bag last night because tornadoes. There was a slight chance of a tornado. My husband's at work. I'm with my dogs. I mean, I was packing a bag in case my parents had to come get me. Like, that's sad. And if you live in Oklahoma or a tornado state, you already know how it can get. But if you don't have tornadoes, it can be bad. Like, I still remember how bad it can get, and if you want to know how bad it can get, look up the Moore tornado in 2013. It was bad. I nearly lost two of my friends because they both lived in the Moore area. And it sucks. Also, on that topic, if you don't know what to pack in a tornado safe bag, this is what I pack. So, first I pack my marriage license because obviously I need that. My husband, he wears a silicone ring at work, so I packed his actual ring and my ring just because I want to be able to keep that. I packed Lola's adoption papers. That way I would have her record and all. I have hers and Trixie's medical records. I packed Trixie's medicine, packed them some food, packed my clothes, my ID, my SSN, just all the important documents I needed, along with some clothes. I did pack food for my puppies, and I know this is going to sound weird, but once you hear my explanation, if it still sounds weird, just say it, but that's just me. I packed Trixie and Lola's clothes, and before I say anything, yes, I know Lola technically doesn't need it, but with Trixie, she had her dental surgery, and the vet told us that with older and smaller dogs, which Trixie's a Yorkie, so she is relatively small, and she's going to be 9 years old next week, so she is an older dog. She will get colder quicker, and she is half blind, so it's like I'm not going to say I'm not worried about Lola, because I am. I do care about her a lot. But I do worry more about Trixie just because she's older, she's more fragile, and I don't want anything to happen to either of them, in all honesty. So yeah, it's my little rant about Oklahoma. It can be a great state to settle down in, or raise a family. Just be prepared for the cons, because I love Oklahoma, but I'm not sure if the cons are gonna get any better. But yeah, that's just the video, the little rant about Oklahoma, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!